Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick check-in today. No long video, no long spiel. I've tried to vlog throughout the day and it looks like I am apparently going to have to get a camera because iPhone 11, I don't know if I'm using it wrong or if there's vlogging apps that I can use, but they don't want to work for me with the whole pause, restart, pause, restart. So this morning was hard. I didn't sleep well last night. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning and just could not, for the life of me, go back to sleep. So at 8 o'clock in the morning, I had to be at my sister-in-law's to go with her to the orthodontist. That way I could keep an eye on her 3-year-old. And anybody that has nieces, children, cousins, or just knows how toddlers are, knows that they don't want to sit still and they want to be with their mom. So after a while, she was doing really good. She was behaving and everything. So I wanted to take her over across the street to Walmart and get her a little toy. So we went over there, got her a little toy, just a little dollar Easter toy to play with. And of course she says, she wants to get one for her sister. So my precious baby, we got one for her sister. But afterward, once we got back to the orthodontist office, I started feeling anxious. Just a wave of anxiety, a wave of panic. And anybody with anxiety knows that there's really no controlling it. It just happens. And unfortunately, we don't really know how to handle it at the moment. So I did end up taking my anxiety medication. So, we left the orthodontist and got back to my sister-in-law's house. And, I let her go so she could go get her other daughter. I came home and all I wanted to do was just lay down. I wanted to sleep. I wanted to curl up into a ball under my blankets and just not exist for a while. But that is not the answer. Yes, I took my nap because my brain needed a rest. It needed to just reboot for a minute. But I had an obligation I had already made to go and meet my new therapist and have my first appointment with him. Now, with therapy, I will say, you need to have a good relationship with your therapist. Someone you can trust, someone you know that you feel comfortable with, that you're going to be able to open up to. Because this isn't somebody you're just making friends with or a coworker or an acquaintance. This is somebody who's trying to get to the root of what's going on in your life that's causing some of these issues. It's okay to hire and fire therapists. If you meet with somebody and you just don't feel that proper connection, you don't feel that y'all have the right relationship, it's okay to look for someone new. Now, I'm not saying if you go in there and they say something truthful or a little harsh that you really just didn't want to hear that day, that you should just drop them. But I'm saying if you know that you're not going to be able to open up to this person and truly take in what they have to offer, find somebody you can. I found a counselor who I believe is a great match for me. But one of my struggles was the fact that I do have PTSD toward men. I was molested when I was 13. And most of my life, I've stayed away from male doctors, male therapists, just strange men in general. But I was comfortable. I was comfortable, and I felt relieved to have somebody to talk to. In a matter of just 1 hour, I was able to open up about quite a few things that he pinpointed as traumatic events in my childhood. Some of them I didn't even realize were qualified as a traumatic event. Now, a lot of people will think, oh, okay, if I start going to therapy, I only need to go once a month, or I'll only need to go twice a week, or once a week at the max. That's not always true. There's sometimes more to it than just going and talking once a week and talking about how your week went. My specific therapist wants to see me twice a week because he knows that there's more to get out of me than what I've already let on. And I appreciate that honesty. I appreciate this man telling me, look, you've got more that we need to talk about and we need to discuss in order to better myself. So don't think that if you go to see a therapist and they say that they want to see you more than once a week, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It doesn't mean you're crazier than the next person. All it means is there's more depth in what's going on. And they want to get to the root of it. My therapist today actually told me that in his line of work, their job is to not have a job. So, in layman's terms, their job is to help us to the point that we no longer need to see somebody to be able to discuss our feelings. And that's just raw to me. To have somebody say, one day I'm going to make sure that you don't have to come back to me. I think today went pretty well. I mean, minus my not sleeping, the stress of just being out all day, and the stress of meeting somebody new. But I made it through today, and we're going to make it through tomorrow. So I just want to remind everybody that the reason I'm making these videos isn't for popularity, fame, attention. The reason I'm making these videos is so people can see that somebody is able to open up with their own problems and their own issues in life that they struggle with and still be able to be proud of who they are. I know what I struggle with. I know my difficulties, but I am proud of the person that I am. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. And I promise that all of you are too. And I hope that me putting my life out here for everyone to see can somehow remind you that you're not alone, that there are people with some of the same struggles. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe to my channel. Share this video. Please share this video. I want anyone who feels that they need to see this to be able to and have that opportunity to. Other than that, I wish you a good night. I'm going to try and get an actual good night's rest tonight. So, I love you all. And stay safe. And love yourself.